This is my setup from last night. It does dishearten me a bit to see that we planted all this close together. I have enough firewood, and then I came across this beauty, prying it up along here to make it a bit higher. But anyway, let's talk you through what I've got planned. So, obviously, brought my branches over here to be working with for now. But obviously they're all varying in length and straightness. So instead of cutting them all the same length, because if I was to cut them, I'd be cutting them roughly like all there, which is where they're going to be sat anyway. Oh, it's not going as a... Anyway, you get the idea. Led down like this. And so where it's curving down here and touching the ground, you know, just put soil or clay or whatever, weighing it down there. Two birds, one stone in stopping the wind. But yeah, using these little notches where the branches are snapped off from to keep it in place, and then fingers crossed, fingers crossed, I won't need to tie out down. Yeah, and then this fella here, leaving him for now, see how it all goes, and yeah, I should be able to fit alongside him, and if not, might be able to tie him up or something. Well, stand him up like I've done with that. Anyway, that's the plan anyway. These are what I've started with putting up, and as you can see, that's the area I'm going to be lying in. Need to cut those, trim those off. So yeah, basically I'm setting them in place, and then where I can see needs cutting off, like here and here, I'll cut them off so I can slide them up, but then ones that don't need cutting, like these, I'm leaving on. So as you can see, that's as far as it can currently go, and that's how close-ish they're gonna go. And then that's the idea for the gaps. But anyway. And then going to pin this down. But I just wanted to show you what I'm doing before I do that, to make sure it's not going to get caught on these branches. Like, luckily these are all pointing the other way, so I am alright. It's just like little bits like this that when this blows around, so it can come off. And that side is barely even catching any rain at the minute, with all that canopy above, and that it's barely catching anything, which is sweet. So yeah, now I've twice as much covered space to put my stuff just in time for the rain. You see, it's moments like this I love. Get that out of the way there like that, but he's still doing his thing. And I can get in easier now. So when it started raining, I just chucked my rain jacket over the little fire pit. Now I can start my fire and my wood's still dry. Sweet as. Reminds me, I need to repair that. So what I'm going to do, from the underneath, tape it either side to hold it in place sort of thing, and then tape over the top, I think. Pull it tight, so it's as flat as it can be. I don't even really need that flat surface to have my funnel do. Now, let's go over the top. I think we'll do it in 2 pieces because it goes like around a corner, if you will. It's like that. And that there. That little piece just over the middle bit like that. Did end up getting used, that flat surface. Give it all a good press down. And talking off experience, that shouldn't go anywhere. Again, in my experience, this tape is better. 3M transparent. It's medical kit tape. But this is better for fabrics I find than duct tape is. Duct tape's more heavy duty and better for the likes of, I don't know, repairing shoes or something like that. But this is clear, thinner, lighter, and it just adheres better and longer, I find. Can barely notice it. Another few years out of this yet. Good sunrise, guys. Or should I say, sun hide. So I slept pretty good last night, considering. Better than I thought, actually. I chucked some extra branches just as a bit of extra wind protection and a bit of a wind barrier there. And yeah, I actually sent to sleep better than where I slept the night before when the weather was better the night before. It's all good. Anyway, this morning... Oh, hello, buddy. Come on out there. Because we're going to be adding half as much clay to this sand now, or thereabouts. And then, because there's not really any straw or hay or even dead grass around here, I'm going to be using pine needles, dead pine needles instead, because there's certainly plenty of them knocking about. And let's just see how it goes. I'm hoping we can make one surface and stop water getting in. But let's see. Yeah, I was going to take this bag with me so I'd be able to go off how much sand I've got to know how much clay to use to take. But yeah, if I took this bag, I'd get to the river with no sand. So right, so I've got myself a little pit there. It's pretty clayey as it is, so my sand should be fine there. Ah, fudge. Well, that's why I should have a cup of tea in the morning. If I would have, that probably wouldn't have happened. But anyway, worse things have happened, eh? I'll get this closed up, as it feels like rain is in the air. Well, there's always moisture in the air, but feels like there's rain coming or going to come. There again, there's some sunshine coming through, so it could go either way this morning. So this is where I'm getting the mud from. But as you can see, it's quite a sketchy bankment. So I'm not going to risk 2 casualties this morning. Secured the package. That was my route down to it. And yeah, had to get my feet dirty. Yeah, I'm probably going to need about the same again, I'd say. Right, that's better. Probably going to need some more sand now. Which doesn't matter. But at least I can start experimenting with it and see how it works best. Squeeze. Blooming heck. Bit too much water. Anyway, we'll work with it. So yeah, I've just been adding pine needles like this into, mixing that all together and see how we go with that. I was right, I probably could have done with a bit more sand, but I think it should be alright. Should be alright for the tester anyway. So I'm getting to the end of my experiment mix, tester mix, whatever you want to call it. And this is sort of what I found to be working best. So putting little branches across like this, get it to about that sort of thickness, and then just sort of spread it about a bit, catching on the smaller branches going across so it doesn't go through. And yeah, it isn't perfect, but what is? Yeah, I think next time, bit more water, bit more sand, and it should go further. But yeah, quite a bit to go yet. Booker. Booker. Bornoid moon. Bornoid, where are you? Oh, around here somewhere. Ah, there. Middle of the screen. Bornoid Venus. Yeah, it's on the west side as the night starts. Quite low down is how you tell whereabouts Venus is. If you didn't know that already. Bornoid.